go have a threesome.
I have a lot of deal breakers.
You have to talk about the toot.
And then I got ghosted, so. Welcome to The Spill. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The Spill. We have a very special guest today.
Woohoo! Mayci's in the house.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a little intro here in a minute, but first we're gonna drop 2 lies and a spill with Mayci.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get them.
Okay. I had to write them down so I didn't forget. Okay. My pants are unbuttoned right now. I'm going to Europe this summer. I got my boobs done.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I do know that she's not wearing sitting jeans.
Yeah,
She's wearing standing jeans, as am I.
I am.
So I could see them being unbuttoned.
Yeah.
That's what my vote is.
Unbuttoned jeans?
Though Europe sounds amazing.
Want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are wrong.
Ah!
They're buttoned for now. They may come unbuttoned at some point during this podcast, but
Yeah.
I'm going to Europe this summer.
Oh my gosh, fun!
Yes.
Fun. Have you been before?
Yes. I've been like 5 times.
Oh, wow.
I think so. Yeah, my family likes to go like every couple years, but we haven't been since 2019, since like COVID hit and all the things, and now we're going back.
Yay!
I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
Where are you headed? What's on the list?
We fly into Paris, and then we go to Switzerland, and then we go to like Milan and some other places in Italy, and then we hit like Monte Carlo.
Oh, my gosh.
We go to like south of France, and then we go back to Paris. So like all in that area.
Oh my
but
gosh.
Switzerland's on my bucket list, so
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
so
That's
excited.
amazing. Your
Yeah.
whole family's
Gorgeous.
going?
Yes, but not the kids. So we do that a lot. We do like a lot of no kids trips with my family, and it's so fun. But
I feel like
also like
that's
stresses
healthy.
me out being
Yeah,
an
it's
ocean
hard.
away from my children. So
Yeah.
we'll
And
see.
like time zones? Oh,
Yeah, like trying to talk to them at night, but like the time is so off, so it gets
Yeah.
tricky. But
That's a
it'll be
really
good.
cool way to bond, though, with like the older crew. You know, like leave the
Yes.
kids and be able to like just spend quality time with your
Yes.
family. Yeah.
No, it's so fun. Like we have so much fun together. So
Oh,
I'm excited.
cute. Yay. Well, if you guys don't know, Mayci is, I mean, what are we going to say? An influencer, a badass, an entrepreneur, a mother.
Thank you.
She's been a friend of mine for many years, so we're really thrilled to have her on the podcast. What's like a
Yes.
quick little blurb about you so people know who you are?
Oh man, I guess I'm an influencer, but I hate that word, so I usually like to say content creator. I'm a mom first and foremost, though, and I just launched my first business. That's a physical product, so now I
Amazing.
guess I'm a business owner.
it's amazing.
Used to be a tennis player, so had the
Yes.
athlete roots in there. Got a lot of competitiveness in me, and I'm a wife, and that's
I
about
love
it. Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Oh, and I'm a dog mom too. I got a dog
You did?
in the fall. Yeah.
Oh,
So
cute.
that's new to my list, actually. So
well, you joined us because
Yeah.
we're dog moms as well.
We are.
glad to be part of the club.
Yeah, it's a good club.
It's our
Do your
club.
kids like your dog?
Oh, they love her.
Yeah.
And luckily, she's like the most chill. Like I'm a basic bitch, so I got a golden doodle, like a mini golden doodle.
Yeah.
But I liked it because she doesn't shed. She's so good with kids. Like my daughter,
Yeah.
like literally tackles her, and she can't be
She's like,
bothered.
it's all good.
So I'm like, okay, like this is like the perfect dog for kids. Like she's
Oh,
perfect.
They are
so
good
Yeah.
family dogs.
yeah, I love her.
That's actually what my dog is, golden doodle, but she
Yeah.
does not look. She's not. She doesn't look like a golden doodle. She
She
was like
doesn't?
improper. She wasn't from like
She's
a breeding line.
improper.
Yeah, she was an accidental breed apparently. So she's black. She doesn't have any of the features on the face. She's like
She's
she
tall
sheds
and
a lot.
skinny.
She's tall and skinny.
Oh no,
she doesn't look.
sheds.
Uh-huh.
It's okay though. I guess if you get a dog, you know they're gonna shed. For me, I grew up with tiny teacup Yorkshire Terriers.
Oh yeah.
And so like they're like almost like rats, like big rats.
Yes.
Oh.
And they don't shed. And so like I feel like for me, I was like, if I get a dog, it still has to be like smaller, but not too small to where my kid's gonna break it, and
Yes.
I can't have it shed because my dog's never shed growing up, and I would die.
Oh yeah. We didn't want her to shed, and then she did. And now we're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
And
oh
you're
well,
like, great.
worth it though. We
Once
just
you,
back
yeah,
every
once
day.
you start
Yeah.
down the shedding path, it's like no
You
going
just
back.
get used to it too, and you're just like whatever. It's like
And you
part
can
of
never
life.
get rid of it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I might as well just keep going.
Embrace it at that point.
Just get another dog.
Yeah.
that sheds.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things that I think all of the spillers are going to love that you post on social media is all the confessions.
Oh yes, I do.
We have to hear like some juicy confessions today.
Okay.
Do you have any good ones? Like,
Yeah, let me see what I got on here. Okay.
I love
this.
reading them. You guys, she has is it the Sunday Confessional, something like that?
It's like Sinner Sunday Confessional
Sunday.
on Instagram. It's like my side page because I kept getting too many penalties on
Oh my
Instagram.
gosh.
And I kept getting shadow banned, and so I was like, I need to make a whole nother account. And I know that my account kept getting penalties because now on Sinner Sunday, I don't have to blur out as much, and I don't get penalized. So I'm like, it must
No
be something
way.
wrong with my personal Instagram account where they hate me because, yeah. So I had to do a whole different account because they were so
Say
dirty.
that.
Oh my gosh, wait, I didn't know you got a separate account. I need to follow that.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's like
no,
my jam.
It's on a whole separate account because I was like, I need to just have its own space. Let's see if we
That's
got
kind of
any.
like the podcast for us. This
Yeah.
is where we are unhinged because I also was getting shadow banned for speaking my truth on Instagram.
Gosh, isn't that
Like, you
frustrating?
guys, come on.
I know,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, let's see if we got some good ones. Some of these are stupid, but some of these are really weird. Okay, I'll redo this one, which is so... A lot of these are unhinged, but ever used... I can't. I never posted this one publicly, so these are ones I haven't posted.
Oh my gosh.
Ever used tweezers on Jacob's nuts? Jacob's my husband, by the way. Like the Salem witch trials. Could rename it the Mayci bitch trials.
What?
I don't even know what that
What?
means.
I don't know
but
what that means.
Also, I'm pretty sure I have used tweezers on him, so I like
Also,
getting
the
ingrown
answer is
hairs.
yes.
That's like my thing. Like, I'm weird. I don't like popping pimples or anything, but if I see an ingrown hair on like my husband, I'm like, give me the tweezers. So it's actually
Going in.
funny. I was like,
Yeah, actually, it's not too far off.
exactly. Okay, that one's way too gross to even read on here.
Oh.
It's like I
No,
don't
I feel like
like
we
I
have
wanna-
to read it.
Let me read it.
I like this. You have to read it. But I'm like, this is like just weird. Like, this is just boy potty talk.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
so
that one's not
yucky.
even fun. Like
literal potty. guys.
yeah.
Potty talk.
Um,
So embarrassing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
but-
diarrhea,
Yeah,
farts,
we don't need that.
stuff like that.
Lots
I'm
of
like, that's
descriptors.
not that fun. That's like, just
No.
kind of gross.
Yeah.
We got.
I'm sorry,
I
I
like.
didn't even have to read that. I wish I could filter it for you and be like, this isn't worth.
No, that's
worth
why
reading.
sometimes I'm like when I see certain ones, I just like don't even read the whole thing.
You know what a service? Like how generous of you to giving
I-
your time to filter those out for everybody else. Because that is.
I
toxic
know.
stuff coming
Okay. Like I get a lot of these like, Mayci, I wish to engage in sexual intercourse with you. I get a lot of ones where guys want to do things like that.
He worded that so politically correct.
I know.
I want to engage.
I
in
wish.
Maybe that's
sexual intercourse.
Or they're going for my husband. Like this one's like, I'm a proud gay homosexual and I think Jacob is fire. And I get a lot of girls who say they want to give him like blowjobs. And
I
I'm like,
saw stuff
wow.
that say like I'm going to steal your man, and you're like, go.
go ahead and try.
Yeah, go ahead and try.
crazy.
This one says, I want to milk your boobs and milk Jacob's penis at the same time. Perks of being a bisexual female.
Dead.
Yeah. That one was not
But
posted
please
publicly.
don't call it milk. Oh,
Yeah, so these
No, that
ones
really gets me.
aren't
That one
posted. I got ones like
wild.
this because I do IVF, and someone said, ever considered boiling and eating your own eggs after they are dispensed?
Oh, people are
People are
sick.
so
This one actually made me laugh. I posted
Okay.
this one publicly. I don't know why, because it's so stupid that it made me laugh. But they said, I stuck a toothpick in my husband's wiener. I don't know why that made me laugh, because I'm like, this is the weirdest shit like I've ever heard in my life. Like, and I know a lot of it's probably like some of these are probably fake, obviously.
But just like the thought of that.
Well,
it's
that
like,
even someone thinks that, and then says, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and share that with everybody."
Macy.
I know, like what? Let me
You know
see.
who
I
I
got
think
some
wants
more
to
that
hear
like
this
just
is
came
Casey.
through. Oh.
I would think a lot of these are fake until we've started this podcast and really dove into a lot of topics, and I'm like, "Oh, people are freaks."
Yeah.
Oh, freaks.
Freaks, yeah.
This one person said, I put stuff in my bra to make my boobs bigger since I've been doing it since I was 12. Who cares?
I wonder
cares
what
what
is
stuff?
her. Yeah, what's
That's
her
what I
choice?
was
What's
wondering.
her?
I'm like, are you putting socks in there like a
Yeah.
teenage girl? Or are you putting like one of those like, you know, the
chicken
bras you can put
Yeah.
in? Yeah.
Cutlets.
The little cutlet things. You could like put it in the bra. Or when I was in high school, you used to just like wear your push-up bra and then you wear a sports bra over it because it would push them up because it was like
Oh,
tight.
I never knew that.
You've never
tip.
done that?
No.
Life hack.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No.
Wow.
You put the sports bra over and it pushes them up and you just like pull them to the front.
Oh yeah,
know?
you just get them front and center. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's one
Yeah,
of
I
my
hope
little
she's
tricks.
using
High and
something actual,
I hope
like
it's
not like toilet
socks.
paper.
Yeah, toilet paper. Oh my
Oh.
gosh, it's like all lumpy.
It starts
She's
shedding
like,
out.
I look so good.
And
it's
it's
like
like,
wetty
you
and
should
it's-
get that checked.
got a
Like, that doesn't
uniboob.
look right. Yeah. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that's really juicy. A lot of them, like, I can't go down too far. Someone knows where I live, apparently, which is kind of
Oh,
scary.
I
I don't
hate
like that.
That's very
Oh,
vulnerable.
this is
Yeah.
interesting. we grew up extremely sheltered, and my husband and I just tried thumb in, and we both liked it surprisingly, almost a little too much.
Oh,
I've never heard that phrase.
Me either, but I can imagine
Yeah.
what
is
that
that
means.
a thumb up the butt
I'm pretty
sure.
for both of them, or just
I'm
one
assuming.
of them?
I'm assuming that's what they're
I think
saying.
it's for both.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the preface of we both grew up pretty sheltered, and now we both tried thumb in and we liked it.
Yeah, I don't think that would work for me. My nails are too long. I'm like, that'd be kind of probably painful for...
Yeah, that would be
It wouldn't
painful.
be great.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, what kind of nails are you repping here? Because that seems like it might be like a hazard.
Freshly trimmed.
Oh, this one was funny. My husband tattooed my name on his penis, but only can see it when he gets a boner.
Oh my god!
wow.
Because he's not cut. Is that what she's saying? He has a turtleneck.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I had
the
questions.
foreskin, you
I had
know?
questions about that one. Like,
Oh.
is it on his dick?
Yeah.
But like, it's small, so you can only. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't-
once it stretches the skin.
But then it's like, did he have to have a boner when he got it tattooed? Like,
Or
Great
maybe they just pull the
question.
skin super.
yeah, like that. I'm sorry. These are.
We need more details.
so-
People are not giving enough.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
know.
drop that and
You
not
can't
tell
drop
us, like,
that.
well, how?
I have to know now if he's circumcised or
I
if
need
you're
to know if
talking
it's
about
under the turtleneck
foreskin.
or if it's just
Yes.
unscrunched skin.
I think
Yes.
it's hiding under the turtleneck.
I'm curious what your guys' answers on this. What do you think about eating the placenta after birth? Someone asked me that.
I don't think I'd eat it raw.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's an option.
Everything's an option.
I think I would maybe do it in pill form.
yeah,
But
I
I'm like
would do
not
capsules.
dying to do it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think
Uh-huh.
when I responded, because I responded to that, but I was like, I could literally never eat it raw because I would probably
No,
throw up.
I would
but
throw up.
I could do pills, but even then, I'd
Yeah.
probably still get freaked out. Like every time I were to take it, I don't know.
Mhm.
I think I'd still get like the ick a little bit.
Yeah, I'd have to do some mental work to
But
get
I
there.
heard it's so good for you, though.
Yeah, with the
I feel
hormones.
like there was a celebrity who did it in a smoothie.
I've heard of that.
Ay, that really gets me.
Does
that
that
just
get
gave
you?
me full body goosebumps.
Full body chills.
Smoothies, watching a placenta get no.
That sounds like some
Blended
true
up.
crime
Like,
stuff.
I would want to send it out to like a someone who could process it. I would
Yeah.
not wanna
Yeah.
be
And people
processing it.
do that. Like people do that as like a business.
Yes.
And you send them your placenta, and
That's
they're
what I
like,
would do.
I would do
because
that.
it's bloody.
I
You
wouldn't
guys, it's
take
all
it home
blood.
in a
If you blend
cooler.
that up in your smoothie,
No. Mm-mm.
ooh.
I would not be eating it in any
Ooh.
shape. I would do a pill, and that's about it. That's where I
Yeah.
draw the line.
That's
yeah,
where
that's
where
I,
I'm at.
That's
Yeah.
also my line. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't eat either one of my placentas. So
I feel like it
yeah,
just
I
is
didn't-
becoming cool.
Yeah, like I didn't know it was a thing. And I remember when I gave birth the last time in 2021, like I just heard people doing it like right around
Yeah.
then. And I was like, what? This is weird. That's when I finally heard about like the delayed cord clamping and like the blood banking. I did the blood banking.
oh, good.
Yeah, I did that because why not? But
Yes.
there's so many little things you can do.
Yeah.
Which is weird. You don't really think about it.
No, you don't think about it.
So,
And
yeah.
sometimes you don't think
Interesting.
about it till it's too late. Like you really have to do it like that day.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like a
for
lot of
the
stuff,
cord blood banking, it's
uh-huh.
you do it ahead of time, like because they give you a kit, and like when your baby comes out, when they cut the cord, they like do it then.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. I
You
didn't really
gotta
know
be
either.
prepared.
So that's something like the doctor would do, or the nurse or whatever. They would do it for you.
Yeah, I think my doctor did it when I gave birth, but I had to get my blood drawn before I gave birth for the cord blood banking. They did the cord blood banking. I'm like, whoop. And then I think they drew my blood after again. I have no
Oh.
idea why, but I was like, wait, I thought this was just like, because I hate needles.
Yes.
Even though I do like injections. But I'm like, what happened to your blood? I'm like, pardon?
You're like, can I have
why?
laughing gas?
Yeah, I'm like, why are we doing that though? I thought this was for the baby. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, there's actually more steps to it than I thought. But I'm like, it's simple.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is simple.
And I feel like
And rad.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, why not?
Yeah.
I have another one for you guys.
Okay, let's hear it.
My husband's penis is more of a pigs in a blanket hot dog, not a jumbo hot dog.
Like a little smoky.
Is that micropene?
Stop! Oh my gosh. What if it was? Okay, this is something I think about actually a lot because there's a lot of girls in Utah, right, who are Mormon and they don't do anything before marriage.
Yes.
Imagine they get married and their husband has a micro penis.
Okay, I had this conversation when I was in esthetician school. There were girls that were Mormon and they weren't having sex before marriage, whatever. And I think like 3 girls got married when I was in esthetician school. And I was like, I don't think I could do that. Like, I want to test drive what
Yeah.
I'm keeping forever because what
Yeah.
if he has a micro penis? And they were like, a what? I'm like, oh, sweet girl.
So they wouldn't know.
no,
They would think that's it.
that's normal. I'm like, you guys, we live in a world with micro penises, which is totally fine, but you need to expect that. You
And
need
I
to
feel
know
like
if that's
be
something
ready.
that you're good with. Yeah.
as a man, I feel like maybe in that situation, you almost should tell your wife ahead of
Before.
time, like before.
Yeah.
I just feel like
What a
it would
loophole.
be
They're like,
shocking.
can't tell you.
Yeah, like I feel like it would be shocking, but also I feel like in a
I'd be
way
shocked.
they should know because I'm like if you're making out with a guy, everyone in Provo derfs, right? Like
No,
Okay, wait,
I've
what?
never.
What is derping? For the people who
derping-
don't know.
Okay, derping's like dry humping, like while you're making out.
Oh,
Oh,
like,
okay.
Body rolls, I guess, with the clothes on, like when you're
Okay.
making out. Like
What is
very
that?
grinding.
Is that an
front to front.
acronym? What is
I
that?
don't know. I
What's
thought
a derf?
everyone knew what that means.
I thought I
maybe
had heard every term, and that is not
Really?
Derping. What's the other
Derping.
one where they shake the bed?
Oh, there's
Shake the
soaking,
bed? Yes, I've
soaking,
heard
and then
soaking.
they shake the bed, and then there's
Wait.
there's-
They are soaking and they shake the bed.
then they
what,
have a
a
friend, shake the
friend.
bed
A friend shakes the bed.
so that they don't feel like guilty. Cause
So
No.
then they're not
No,
going in and out or thrusting or doing
Yeah.
anything, but there is motion in the ocean.
And people are actually doing that, or is this
I'm
is funny?
dead.
Like
No,
people
this
are
is
doing that.
real.
People
no,
have-
like it's real. I'm not, and I didn't know if it was actually real because when I was actually at BYU, like I never really heard of it. Maybe it's because I was actually having sex and I wasn't shaking the bed, but like
you were
but
shaking the
like
bed.
none of my friends were doing that, right? Because we were all maybe wild at BYU.
Yeah.
But like I see these people do interviews at BYU, and this one girl, like this guy was like, "What's the craziest thing you've done here?" And she's like, "Shake the bed for a friend." And I was like, "Wait, I didn't know that was like really."
I didn't.
Isn't that crazy?
It's
Yeah.
crazy. So
Oh.
there's like soaking, which is that with shaking the bed. There's docking.
Okay, haven't heard that.
Have you heard of docking?
We are getting so
Is
informed.
docking where they just put
Like-
it in and sit there?
like a hot dog hamburger bun situation. Or sorry,
Oh.
oh,
But-
Hot dog in the buns.
hot dog in the buns. Yes, not hamburger. Hot dog in the bun.
just
Situation. Just
park
like,
it in the
park-
buns.
just,
Just
like, on the
credit
top.
card swipe.
Just on the
Yeah, just like sitting there.
a credit card swipe. Yeah.
For what reason, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
what's that
that's
doing?
a thing.
Is it okay? That's interesting.
What's that called? Oh, docking.
Wonder if
Okay.
like,
Docking.
yeah,
Docking.
There's gazing.
I've
You
never heard of
gazing?
that.
I'm dead.
What is that?
We are getting educated.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
we are.
gazing's apparently like I've heard that they've done parties where like you just go and you're naked and everyone's just naked and you can't touch. You just like look at each other.
Oh please.
It's gazing. Apparently. And there was a new one, but I forgot what it was that I heard the other day, and I was like, "What is that?" Because I feel like I knew all of them.
Yes.
But apparently, there's like a new one or two. Maybe it's just the newer generation
The
coming up.
creativity.
Oh, please.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
new generation
They're
of
so
like, you know
creative.
what? There's a gap in all of this.
You're missing this.
They're
yeah.
doing
How about instead of
everything but
shaking the
having
bed?
sex.
yeah.
Like, just have sex. You're
I-
doing some weird
well-
stuff, and I feel like it's more frowned upon than
Exactly.
sex.
I feel
at
like
this
it's
point.
weirder. Like
Yeah,
you're gonna
you're-
go to your bishop and be like, "So, like, we put it in. Someone shook the bed. Like, I'm not that guilty, right? Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're just as guilty as if you actually. Had
Or
sex,
I
so.
just parked it on her crack.
It's bordering on
Yeah.
exhibitionism.
That's just weird.
It is.
I
It
don't
totally
like
is.
You know what I mean?
And does
Yeah.
that create weird sexual preferences?
Probably.
You know, like if you're going to a party and looking at everyone naked, I'm like,
And then the only time you've been with someone sexually is with another person in the room who's shaking the bed for you.
Yeah. Like.
Then you get married. and it's just the two
for
of you. And you're
real?
like, well, this isn't all that fun.
Oh.
Where's
our
everybody
friends?
else?
Yeah.
where's everybody else?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a good point. Actually, that's weird.
That's so interesting.
I
I've
don't
never
know.
heard of
I'm
I've never heard
Okay,
of
that
those.
one's funny to me.
Yeah, I'm happy to say I've never done any of that. Just for the record.
Oh yeah, just
Even
to
Yeah.
clear the air.
Clear
I
the
haven't
air.
either.
I did the full blown thing instead. So
Yeah. We commend you for that.
I would be so embarrassed if I had partaken in
In
that.
shaking the bed. So
Wow.
Oh, I could never. I'd be so embarrassed. What do you mean?
Yeah. And how do you approach someone like, hey, I really like this guy.
They're just
Could
they
you-
text you.
Yeah.
They're like making out. They text her. They're like, "Come shake the bed."
Yes.
Like what is that? How, I don't know.
Yeah. How
Like-
does that happen?
Hey,
Think
later
it's
tonight,
majority
can you
girls
come? I have
or
no
guys?
idea. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it's
So
mostly guys
interesting.
shaking the bed. I would assume.
Yeah.
But the one interview I saw was a girl who said that she did it, like shook the bed for someone else. So I just,
Oh,
I
Hey,
don't
if you're
know.
listening,
So many
these-
questions.
If there are any people listening who could tell us, we need to know.
Yeah.
We need more details.
Have you shaken
How do
the
you
bed?
initiate a bed shake?
What's
Actually,
the,
that's so
yeah.
interesting.
What's the rhythm? Is there music going?
I would assume there has to be music.
Has to be,
Can
right?
Are
you
we all
imagine-
so serious
in the
or are we
silence,
laughing?
just like
I would be
squeaking.
laughing.
I would be
See, that's the
dying.
thing. Even if I went to a gazing party, I would probably laugh
Yeah.
the whole time.
I'd be like, are we really?
I went to Chippendales and I was like laughing. I was like, ah! Like I cannot. Like no, that's just not. I just don't.
And you're like talking to someone, you're like, my eyes are up here.
Yeah. You're
But
like,
they're all doing it
But
to
the
like
whole the
really
whole point
explore
is to
and
up
be like,
and down.
and like, are the guys getting boners? Okay, like if I'm taking this too far, I'm imagining too many things.
No,
like, they're just walking around with
have
like
that
their
question.
swords
they
out.
are swords out.
Like, oh,
They've got to be, especially if they've been sheltered.
And it's guys and
Ooh.
girls, right?
yeah.
It's not like a interesting.
I know.
A gazing party.
Should we have one? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that since I already got accused of being a swinger from my friends' swinging stuff.
Oh,
That was one of my questions in here. It was like, weren't you the one who swung with Taylor? I was like, not me. Don't
Nope,
partake in
wasn't.
that. No, not
Do you
me.
get that a lot?
Oh, yeah. I
all
get
the
people
time?
asking me if I want to swing all the time, too, which is so funny. I got,
Really?
like, roped into that group, and I'll still get DMs.
Yeah, the whole
it.
like mom talk situation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, the whole mom talk situation. What a situation.
What a situation.
That was wild.
I know that really took off.
Oh,
Honestly.
yeah. People were going crazy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was everywhere. And the funny thing
was
is
everywhere.
like, even when it was, like, all going down, I didn't even know all the facts.
Oh, really?
Like, that was when I downloaded Reddit for the first time, and I was like, what is happening?
Oh,
Yeah, like, I didn't
I
know.
never did
I
a deep
never
dive on
even
Reddit about this.
knew. I never even knew what Reddit was and stuff. And then I later found out it was, like, toxic, so I deleted it not long after. But
It is really toxic.
it's very bad. It's
Yeah.
toxic if you are someone who is, like, I guess in the public eye a little bit.
if
you
your
know?
name's going to end up on
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Or if you're
then it is.
involved in any like controversy.
A scandal.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Any
Oh my
scandal.
gosh, yeah. But like that's where I got like a lot of my information from. It's like I was in Mom Talk, and yeah, I'm like I have so many questions. Like I don't
Yeah.
even know what's going on. So I found out a lot on there too. And then obviously I heard the whole story like
Yes.
later. And besides this, all that stuff,
So to clear the air, she wasn't swinging.
I was not.
You were
swimming.
not involved in that.
Never once. Never would I ever.
So no more
Never.
propositions.
Yeah.
So
Cut
please
it
don't
out.
ask. Stop asking.
Tracy's been getting propositioned a lot too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Wait,
just
you
like
have?
at the forefront.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
On
I think it's
Instagram?
because of the podcast.
Yeah.
Because we talk about
We
all
did
the
a swinging
things, and we
episode.
did a swinging episode.
Oh, you did.
And so I don't know if we put out the vibe that like, hey,
We're open
like
for
maybe,
that.
yeah. Maybe
well,
I
and
did,
you do
but-
like sexual wellness.
Yes,
at
uh-huh.
Rise. So
Yeah.
like, I bet people were like, oh, like she
She's
gets
super-
it.
yeah.
Like she's into it.
Uh-huh.
You know, she's freaky.
she's a safe.
She's
yeah,
freaky.
she's freaky. Ask Tracy.
I feel like swinging is a very Utah thing, though.
Okay,
Don't you
I
think?
heard there's like a whole group of Draper swingers.
Oh yeah,
There is.
there is a whole
Yeah.
group.
There's a gym.
The Treehouse.
Yes, treehouse.
I heard
you heard this?
I've heard this rumor. Or I mean, I guess it's true.
Yeah, I heard this
I don't know.
I feel like I need to go and do some research.
I
Maybe
know.
I'm taking
Really?
it too far.
Yeah.
I'm like,
How
let
come
me
she's
go
not
and
getting
check.
propositioned to be a unicorn?
Yeah, you're like, why can't I
Oh,
go?
have you heard this? Unicorns?
No, what's that?
we just learned this.
We just learned this. So I am in the dating world, unfortunately. And I had been seeing on people's profiles like the unicorn emoji.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it in clinic the other day, and one of our clients was like, "Oh yeah, that's essentially where you go in, and you are the third person. You're the unicorn, and you like sleep with both of them,
Oh.
right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So people could either say they're looking for a unicorn,
Or they are
like
a
they're
unicorn.
ENM and looking for a unicorn,
Yeah,
Okay.
or you can say, "I want to be a unicorn. I'm the unicorn. Someone
Yeah.
invite me into your marriage or your."
There's a couple on
relationship."
TikTok who has that, where like the husband gets like girlfriends, and she like just had a baby, and she like likes it too.
no way.
I forgot what their names are, but they popped up on my page like a few times, and like they have a like they publicly talk about how they get like different girlfriends.
Oh,
And
that's
there's-
interesting because I've only seen the
Wow.
ones publicly where they're just a throuple and they like are all committed. I've
Yeah.
never seen a relationship where they're like rotating the girlfriend out.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like they're usually long term. Maybe they have. I don't know how that works. Like, do they have a breakup? Does the wife say get out? Does the
Like, what
husband
if
say
you
get
have to
out?
take a
Just over
vote
all of a sudden?
A rock paper scissors? How do
That's
you-
what I'm curious about, because the second time I saw their page, like a year later, there was a new girl in the background. So I'm like, that must be their new girlfriend.
What?
Yes.
So I'm like, did the other one get kicked out? Did she decide this was enough? Was she not
She's
getting
over.
paid enough? Like,
Yeah.
what was going on?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
They're tired of her.
Yeah,
Interesting.
like, can you get paid to be a unicorn?
You can get
sure,
paid to be a
certainly could
sugar
be.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
There's so many sugar daddies out there.
Oh,
That is the proposition.
Sometimes
I
I'm
get.
even tempted.
That's what Haley gets.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you want to give me money for free?
Yeah, well, it's not for free.
Well, she's done it.
you will pay the price.
I bet. I get those DMs all the time too.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's always like, nothing. I don't want anything from you, just friendship. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I
money's a little
mean-
tight. I mean, my husband's like, you're joking. I'm like,
like, can we get a signed contract that it It's just friendship.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just
all.
Like, I'll give you my
companionship.
burner phone. You're not getting my real phone number. Like,
Well, we do know
Yeah.
someone that actually she didn't end up doing anything for him. He just was Venmoing her money. Remember?
I've
Oh,
heard of
yeah.
that, and they just want to like give money to people because they feel
like connected to them. Somehow.
Yeah.
Like I am part of.
or
your
like
life.
almost like their dad in a way, like helping their daughter or something.
literal
weird
daddy.
like that.
Yeah,
Daddy.
she's like, I got a couple shopping sprees out of it. That's it. That's all that happened.
See, I want one of those knocking on my door.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I bet you can find one pretty easily. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, put the feelers out. I'm pretty sure
I'm
you
like,
get
I'm
one
just
right
letting
away.
you know. I could show you my DMs and I'll give you
Yeah,
one.
will you forward one to me?
Yeah, because I bet they'd be
One
interested.
that looks legit. I'll take
One that's
it.
like an actual daddy, like he's a little bit hot. You know?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. I'm not. Oh, gosh.
We do have standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
looking for like 1 foot in the grave.
I'm dead. At my bachelorette party, one of my friends actually hooked up with a daddy, like hooked up, like
Hooked up.
literally left the club
Oh,
No
with
way.
a 50-something-year-old man.
How
And she
old
was
is
like
she?
21.
oh, at your bachelorette party.
Yes.
Wild.
And
a
I was
legend.
like, because she was drinking too, I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" I asked like 10
Look
times.
me in my
I'm
eyes.
I'm like, I don't want you to be
100%.
mad in the morning. They didn't stop you, but I'm trying to stop you.
Yes.
I was like, send me your location because I'm a freak. Like, I'm a
Yes,
true crime
absolutely.
girly. Like, we got to protect the girlies.
Yeah.
And then I'm like her mother, and I had to stay up until she got home. From like, you're not allowed to sleep over there.
No, because that is scary.
I
I don't know
when
why
you're in
it's scary.
Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know why it's scarier.
Oh,
than,
in
like,
Vegas.
you were in
no, That
Vegas.
adds to it.
Yeah,
it does.
But I guess he had a penthouse suite, so I'm like, well,
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm like, did you at least get his number so he can like buy you a bag for
Yeah,
that?
come on.
You know?
Yeah.
She didn't.
Oh,
I know.
That was
just
a
for the
mistake.
experience? No.
I don't know.
Just for the penthouse moment.
I don't know. I think she was just living in the moment. I
Yeah.
don't think she
Good for
actually
her.
liked him, you know?
Yeah.
I was
She's
kind of like
sure, why
egging her
not?
on in the beginning. I was like, which one's the hottest daddy, you think? 'Cause it's like we're in the booth.
Yes.
And like it's just like all old men. But there was a couple
Yeah, you
who
always
were
got
like, you
called
know.
into a booth. Yes.
Yeah, they were kind of like on the daddy scale. Like they weren't like, I would never, like, because they weren't, yeah, I'm not into daddies, but like, unless if we're talking like Ian Somerhalder or something.
Oh.
Like, if we're talking about
Love.
that kind of daddy, then
Yeah.
yeah. But these weren't my type of daddies, let's just say. But she did choose the best looking one out of the group.
Okay.
So, like, at least you like had money too.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Yeah.
get that, though. Like, sometimes I just do things just to say that I did them. You
Yeah.
know, like for the plot.
for the plot.
Yeah.
For the plot.
For
Yeah,
the
and
plot.
she was drinking, so it wasn't like she was like sober doing this. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like it's for the experience. And she came back and she told us the whole story, and she was laughing at herself, and she was like, he probably wears New Balances with jeans, and she was like, and he had kids that were my age. So I'm like,
Oh, my gosh.
yeah, it was funny.
You're like, but you had a good time.
yeah, but like it's a story. It's
Yeah,
kind
it
of
is.
funny.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is.
funny.
Yeah. So she like laughed at it later. It was funny.
Oh,
so
good.
good experience.
Yeah. No,
You're
you
a
got to
good
do
friend.
some
Yeah,
things
I
for
was
the
trying.
experience.
Truly.
You
Yeah.
do. It's just like your Arizona trip.
I know. Yeah.
Mhm.
I talked about it a couple weeks ago. I did
Yeah.
go on a trip to Arizona with a 44-year-old man.
Oh, you did.
Mhm. Yeah, I did.
Did he buy you a bag?
He didn't buy me anything. I actually, well, I shouldn't say that.
He's like, you bought me a Plan
like,
B pill. I'm kidding. Just joking.
literally. He bought me the trip, but that was
Okay.
pretty much it.
Okay, well, at least got a free trip out of it.
Yeah, well, I had to leave early. I had to evacuate.
Yes, she
the
did evacuate at like
situation.
3 a.m.
So I had to buy a new flight for myself,
No.
and I left
Wait,
at like
was he like
2:30
a
in the morning.
freak?
No, not a freak. Just like one of the most annoying humans I
Oh.
have ever been around.
Oh.
But I feel like you stuck it out for the plot.
I
That's
did.
what made me think
Yeah.
about it. Because
It's a good story.
Yeah, when she's like, I was annoyed from the beginning, but
Yeah.
she's like, well, I mean, at least give it like a day.
Because originally I like thought about like not even going, and then I was like talking to one of my friends, and she's like, "Okay, so you're gonna tell the story of, I got offered to go to Arizona, I didn't go. That's the
Yeah.
story you're
That's
gonna
your
tell."
story?
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess not. I guess I'm gonna go.
Do you have like money?
Yeah.
Too? He's a good daddy.
Yeah,
Okay, I was just curious. I'm like, where'd you stay? Did
we
you get first class?
we stayed downtown Scottsdale, like Old Town
Ooh.
Scottsdale.
I love
like a cute little
Scottsdale.
hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
fun.
Scottsdale too. I'm like, well, I might as well go. I like it there. You know,
I need to see a picture of this guy after.
I'll show you.
pod. I'm so curious.
I mean, it's
Like, see, the
nothing
thing is, like,
groundbreaking.
you do it for the plot, but I'm like, I'm intrigued. Like, I want to hear the whole story now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it really is a story to tell.
I'll,
see?
yeah, I'll tell you.
That's
I'll
why
have
you
to
do
show
it.
you the DMs.
Yeah.
I've never said it on here, but like the DMs are wild, so I'll have to show you. Yeah.
Okay, now that I think about this, it's so crazy. My mom's probably gonna kill me, but it wasn't like she didn't have like a sugar daddy, but like honestly, back then it almost seems like it was. She had this guy that she kind of called like a stalker, but like he would just like show up, like bring her flowers and stuff like this. Older guy, like way older. She's like in her young 20s, and he literally like flew her places. and stuff.
Oh.
And like, and this went on for like a long time. I forgot what this guy's name was, but like he literally for years, like,
wow,
would buy her flowers, like take her on trips, but like he wouldn't even be with her. Like,
I
he
was
just
just
like
gonna ask.
want to pay to like have her go somewhere and stuff.
Oh,
like,
wow.
I'll have to get the full story and I'll have to tell you later. But like,
Yeah.
because I'm like, now I don't want to say things that didn't actually happen. But yeah, so I'm like, she. Now that I think about it, my mom kind of had a sugar daddy.
Yeah, she
but back
did.
then it wasn't called that. She's like, it was a stalker. I'm like,
Oh.
a stalker, but that you let
Consensual
take
stalker?
you places. You let him take you places. You let him buy you that flight.
And he was older.
Yeah,
I
you got
think he
on
was,
that
like, way
flight,
older.
girl.
Wow.
I'll have to
Good for
check.
her.
I need to ask because she's like, you have it all wrong. She could get like mad at me, but
Honestly, no
he
shame
did.
in that game.
And I just think it's funny because I'm like, if I were to have done that, she would have murdered me. Like, so my
Yes.
mom's done a lot of things in her life, like crazy, not like with guys, but I'm saying like things like, you know, she's like, we used to go in this underwater ditch and had to hold our breath for 60 seconds and it'd shoot you out. I'm like, if I did that, like, you would literally kill me.
Yeah.
So I think it's like my mom did all these like fun. I always say country
Adventurous,
because she's
yeah.
like she's from Utah,
Yeah.
and I'm from where I got raised in California.
Yeah.
So like she did like country things, so like she would like never let us do ever.
Yes.
So it's just funny because she's a character.
Oh, I love that. You have a
my
good
gosh.
relationship with her.
Oh
right?
yeah, we're really close. I'm like really close to my family. Also, we go to Europe together and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we always just do trips together. Like I haven't gone on an actual trip with my husband since like our honeymoon, besides
Oh,
Vegas
yeah.
last year. But like Vegas is like
Big-
next
yeah.
door, you know.
Yeah,
It's not like a
it is.
trip. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So it's
funny.
almost like a staycation, yeah.
Speaking of moms,
Yes.
you started a company,
Yes, I did.
brand new,
I did.
right? Like
Yeah.
just launched a couple months ago.
Yeah, it just launched in March.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And it's called Baby Mama.
It's called Baby
Tell us
Mama.
about Baby Mama.
Yeah. So to make like a long story short, where it all kind of happened is I had like a different take on motherhood, I guess. Like I got pregnant when I was 19 and I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I just found some random like little horse pill at Costco that I took for my prenatal. It was disgusting. It made me feel sick. And one time I smushed it and it was like, it smelled literally nasty. Like I wanted to puke.
No
like,
way.
and they made you sick. Like if you didn't eat enough and just gross. Right. So I had like my first rodeo as a mom was just kind of like just doing whatever, going with
Yeah.
whatever. Didn't really
Trial
have
by fire.
yeah, and I wasn't like educated on everything, nor did I really look into it because just like whatever, like just going based off what I see other people doing.
Yeah.
And then I got married, and I had a different I never was married before, but new partner, I guess, and we had to do IVF. And so doing IVF, I was like a whole new world where I was like doing so much research and so many things and like really conscious of what I was like putting in my body. And the second time around too, when I got pregnant, I was like, well, I want to have like a prenatal that's a gummy because I freaking hate taking these pills that are like this big
Yeah.
and they make me feel like garbage. And so I just like got a random one at Target and stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's all right. But I feel like I was like low in all these things. I got my blood done and I was like low in iron, I was low on all these things. I was feeling like just like weak. And then I basically had the opportunity to create my own, and I was like, I want to do something that's like specific to the stage of motherhood you're in. So like you go to the OB and they're not like, and if you're trying to get pregnant, they're just like, okay, take a prenatal. And like if once you have your baby, they're like, take a prenatal. I'm like, there should be something specific to the phase you're in, because when you're not pregnant, like you don't need the same things that you do when you are pregnant. Like you need something different, like a slightly different, like same vitamins, but you need something that's more specific. Same with postpartum. Like you need something that's specific to the stage you're in, because your body's going through different changes. And so that's kind of what I wanted to do. And so that's kind of how Baby Mama was born. And so we have Fertile Mama, which is before you get pregnant. And you can also take it if you're not pregnant. It helps with like PMS symptoms like mood swings, irritability, headaches, breast pain, like all of the things. So you can also, because people are like, well, I'm not trying to have kids, I'm not trying to be fertile. But I'm
Yeah.
like, it's also, it helps everything.
like hormone support.
Yeah, it's like hormone support. And then obviously like normal, we have a gummy that's Prego Mama, so it's like a normal prenatal and a gummy, but it has raspberry leaves in it, which are known to like tone the uterus and help your body prepare for labor, and it's just like really good for your body, on top of having all the vitamins and nutrients you need. And then we have New Mama, which is our postpartum gummy, and it has a few extra ingredients in it for postpartum, like dandelion, it has nettle leaf, and it has peppermint, which are all helpful for postpartum in different ways. And all these gummies are like non-GMO, gluten-free, they're vegan, organic, like all the things.
amazing.
Because
Yeah.
I wanted it to be
Amazing.
clean. Like
Yeah,
that was
they
my
check
thing. I
the
wanted it
boxes.
to work, but I also wanted it to be a clean gummy,
Yeah.
so you're not like ingesting a bunch of artificial crap.
No
Yes.
one wants
And I'm like
that.
really weird about the artificial stuff besides Botox,
Especially when you're making
and
babies.
stuff like that. But like I'm like you gotta take and you gotta give. Like I'll take my Diet Coke, I'll take my Botox, but everything else I can control.
Yeah, the
So, like,
80-20.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
true. And so Yeah, so I was like, I want this to be the cleanest thing it can be without it tasting like garbage.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what we did. So there's no artificial colors or sweeteners or anything like that in it as well.
Love that.
So that's kind of how it all began. And so I launched it in March. And yeah, now I'm just navigating having a physical product. And it's a whole new world.
Yeah, how's that been going?
It's been good. It's just like, it's difficult because I was really busy when I launched it, as you know. And so something I can't talk about yet. But so now I'm just like now starting to like really grind and get going on it and start like working really hard, even harder on it. I mean, but it's been really good. It's just a challenge learning a physical product, especially when you're self-funding. We have no investors or anything, so it's like a whole new world. And I'm like, okay, do we go into retail? Like, there's just so many things that I'm learning as I'm going, and so it's really interesting. But as far as our physical product goes, it's so good that like there's no concern with me with that. It's more just like, okay, how do I get people to like hear about it?
Yeah.
You know? And so that's just the challenge, but also the exciting part, you know.
I think that is the cool
learning
thing
how to
about
pushing
owning
it
a
out.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to learn so much. Some of the stuff you really don't want to learn, like taxes and
oh my gosh. Well, I make my husband do that. That's the one thing I make him do for my company. I'm like, you're the finance. He did finance at BYU, so I'm like, he's my finance guy. Like, he's my taxes. He's like, when something's not functioning right in the Shopify, I'm like, you get in there. Yeah, that's not
your
me.
IT, your finance.
No, he is. Yeah,
out.
so like that's the nice thing is that I have my math brain with me, and so he does all that kind of stuff for me.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's how Jeff and I are too in the business.
It's
like
nice.
IT and finance, and then I'm more of like product and experience,
the creative side,
and the people, customer facing.
And that's what's so nice when you have like kind of your opposite in a way, because then you balance it out, and it's like, okay, I can focus on these things, and he can focus on these things. However, if he dips into my territory, that's when I get mad. I'm like, get out of my territory. This is what I do.
Stay in your lane.
I know.
Isn't it cool though working with your spouse?
It is, but it's hard.
Yeah, what are the challenges?
I mean, like, he doesn't work on Baby Mama with me. Like, he'll try to give me ideas, but like, we tried to work together on social media, and I'm probably just like a bitch, but I just like couldn't do it. I don't know why. It's because like I don't know why. I feel like whenever he'd give me ideas, I'm like, it's not very good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why.
It's not very good.
Like, even if it was good, I don't know what it was. Like, we just had a hard time working together. Like, sometimes we'd do well, but I have a hard time with people telling me what to do. And it's not like he tried to do that. It was just like, that's how I took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I took it and stuff. And he'd like have all these ideas. I'm like, okay, are you going to edit it after? Because he like wouldn't edit the video. So I'm like, you just want to tell me what to do, but you don't want to actually do it. So I was like, I get like so mad. Yeah, it's like that. It's a hard working with your spouse. Eventually I think like we want to do stuff working together. Like we want to do like maybe like Airbnbs and like properties, and I think that would be really fun. Or maybe another business. I would love to do another business eventually. But as far as my Baby Mama goes, I'm like, that's mine. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Unless if it's like comes to like the finances and things like that. And he'll give me good ideas. I don't know.
It's your baby. Yeah.
It's mine. And I'm like, it's mine, don't touch it. I don't know what it is. So like I'm probably just not easy to work with when it comes to like it's hard working with your spouse. Obviously you probably do it well because like, don't you love it? I'm like,
I do love it.
I'm like, sometimes
it has its own challenges, but I don't think it's for every, like, it's just personality, right?
Yeah.
Like, if your personalities aren't made for that kind of setup. But like you said, there's going to be other ventures you do that it is the right setup.
And I think it will. I just think this one's like, because Baby Mama's like, it's girly, it's fun, like it's hot pink, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you're not a girl, like, you don't know. Like, so I feel like that's like my problem too. I'm like, do you have hormones like me? Like, no.
I could imagine it though, because we have like our sector in the business that's intimate health. Jeff has very little to do with that until we introduced male. We have male enhancement now and male sexual function treatments. Yeah. But before that, like, he had really nothing to really give and share other than the stuff that'd be far on the back end. So I could get that. But our business has such a wide, landscape that there's plenty where he's like crucial to decision making. I'm like, I need your input. But when I'm like formulating a postpartum rehab program, I'm like, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
My wheelhouse.
Yeah. Like, you have to, it's got to be the right.
And my husband has like great ideas. I just feel like I'm like, you have great ideas, but like you're not the one who has to actually physically do it. Yeah. So that's why sometimes I'm like, that's awesome, but I'm like not in the mood to like go do this, like socialize or like throw another event or something. I'm like, I'm not there yet. Like, because it's always like, you need to do this. Like you said, you wanted to do like this community thing. I'm like, I do. I'm just like, I just need to chill for a minute.
Like, give me the
I'm
pressure.
like tired. Yeah. Like, you know, there's some days, like, we're women, and I feel like when women, like, your hormones are constantly changing, and there's days where I just don't want to talk to anybody. Yeah. Like, I want to, like, sit in my office and work and not speak. Yeah. Like, I don't even want to post on social media sometimes. Like, I don't. Yeah. And so I think, like, for him, he's not like that. He gets energy from, like, being around other people and, like, talking and being social. So like, and I do, too, but, like, as soon as I'm done, I'm like, oh, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I think it's
like
just,
a week off.
Yeah. So I think it's just, like, different personalities handle things differently. And so I think, like, yeah, it's just challenging. He has great ideas. I'm just stubborn and not always the easiest to work with when it comes to your spouse. So
it's hard though too, because you don't communicate the same way with a spouse as you would if that was not your spouse in the same position.
Oh, exactly.
You would be like so HR. You'd be like, "Thank you so much for sharing that idea with me."
Yeah, I love that.
That is really wonderful, and I really appreciate your hard work in that.
Yeah,
I will look into that. Yeah,
no, exactly.
Like, no, I'm the one that's gonna have to like deliver and integrate that.
They're
like,
so
damn.
Yeah, no, it is so different because like I worked corporate too before I did social media full time, and so it's the same thing where it's like, oh wow, I love that idea. Yeah, like I will look into that and see if it makes sense for the company. And then like now I'm like, that's so stupid.
Yeah,
I'm like,
there's no filter, right? Like they just get the raw.
I know. I'm like, that's what I told him. Like, if we're gonna work together, we gotta treat each other like we work together. Like we need to. Like, and those are the business hours. And as soon as business is over, then we can be like ourselves again.
I feel like that's what you and Jeff do.
Yeah, it is
like,
what we do.
Working
and
hours.
It can be really hard, but we do.
Yeah,
we set that from the beginning. That we're like during business hours, we are like, I'm CEO, you're CFO. Like whatever our roles are at the time, that's what we're playing. And then when we clock out, we're husband and wife, because otherwise it gets so muddy.
We intermingled that too much.
Yeah, it's hard, especially men. They think about sex all day long.
Yeah, so do I probably.
Sorry, Jeff, but you know,
you do.
Like
sometimes. I mean, like I was on. I'm like, it's lunchtime. Let's go. So I'm like, that's probably the problem too. I'm like, we're intermingling chemistry with work, and then there's too much heated, there's too much passion.
Yeah, we're not productive.
Yeah, no, exactly. What isn't too productive either. So
yeah,
it just kind of happens if you're working with your spouse at home.
Yeah,
all day.
at home. Yeah,
that's an office probably.
See, now imagine, you're in an office with team members. You're like, okay, we have to. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that would stop me.
Doors lock.
Yeah, I'm like, turn the white noise on. Like, what?
My office hours.
It's like, do not enter. She like puts the sign on
Phone
the door.
call in progress.
Business meeting.
So funny.
I love it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's been great.
Good.
In a nutshell.
Yeah,
it's just a lot.
Baby mom has been great, and I love the name of it.
Yes.
As soon as you watched it, I was like, that is so amazing.
Yeah, I just thought it was just so fun. Like, I just wanted it to be fun because, like, I feel like the industry is very serious, like supplements and vitamins. It's very like serious, and I was like, I want my product to be serious, like, and what's in it, but like I want our brand to be fun and exciting, like, and edgy, and like like we can talk about sex and it's not like weird. You know. So I think that's kind of the vibe I wanted to go with it, just like fun, exciting, and inclusive, and all the things.
Well, and what like relief for women who are going through fertility issues, or going through IVF. When it's there's so many difficult things you have to go through to like at least have something that's a little bit fun.
And like that's what I plan to do, like once I have more time, is I want Baby Mama to be a community as well. So it's like I want to do community events where other women can talk to each other, maybe have a group where everyone could like share stuff and their pregnancies or their fertility journeys, and have like isolating, because you feel alone even when you're postpartum. I know so many moms who feel so alone, and it's like having a community, like if I can build one like that, I would love to do that. So like I met most of my friends on like all my friends I met on social media, but it can be intimidating, like, but I only feel like I met them because we were in the same industry, and so it's easier to like make that friend. But if you're not, I feel like sometimes it can be hard, and you're a new mom and you're like you're struggling and you're comparing yourself to all these people on social media, and I feel like it'd be so great to have like a community for that. Like I would love to do that, so I just am trying to work on that right now.
That's amazing.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. We talked about it on our mental health episode, like I had postpartum depression, and even without that, even after Mason, it wasn't that bad. I still felt like, damn, this is very isolating. And I think especially for first time moms, they're not prepared for that, so they haven't like set up
and
like
so
a social
excited.
Connections, and it's gonna be rainbows and butterflies.
And they have no idea. I mean, like, no, it's amazing, but, like, I don't want to like scare anyone. Like, they have no idea what's coming. I'm just kidding, but no, like it's amazing, but like you literally can't control what your body's going to do after. Like, it's not up to you. Like, you can't be like, I'm not going to be depressed. Like, it just happens. Like, luckily, like, I was so depressed when I was pregnant with Hudson, and then because of like the situation I was in, like his dad dying and stuff. Yes. And then when I had him, it was like I didn't have anything. I think it's because I had such a bad pregnancy. But then going into my second, I was like, oh, I was fine postpartum, so I should be fine again. And I didn't have depression postpartum, but I had really bad anxiety postpartum with Harlow. I convinced myself I had a brain tumor, and so I went to the doctor, and he was like, "You have 0 symptoms of one, but you can do a scan if you want, but I feel like you're just gonna give yourself like there's gonna be radiation."
You're totally fine.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well. That's good. I'll leave now. Like, I'm good. No problem. I just need some validation. Okay, I'm fine. Yeah, it's like your brain is just like so funky.
You get hijacked. That's what it feels like.
Literally, like you can't even control it. Like it's just the stupidest thing. Like I hate it, but also exactly why I wanted a postpartum gummy, because I'm like I'm not saying it's gonna cure any of that at all, but like, it's gonna help with you. You're taking vitamins and you're taking things to support your body rather than doing nothing. You know, so
every little bit helps.
Yeah, everything helps. Taking care of yourself too and doing days for you postpartum helps for sure too.
Yeah. Very self-sacrificing time in your life.
Oh my gosh.
It's so important to give yourself some love.
That's why I'm nervous to do it again. I'm like, oh man, I'm scared.
Are you gonna do it again?
You are.
Yeah. I have 2 embryos in the freezer, so we might like put 2 in and go for twins.
Heck yeah.
But I'm scared.
Yes.
I'm like so scared. I'm like literally yesterday I was like going pee. Not that anyone needs to know, but I was sitting there and why does like my thought being like, because I think my kids are being crazy yesterday, and I was like, how could I handle going from 2 to 4? Like, how can I possibly do that? I'm like seeing, I'm like, no. And there's days where I'm like, one pregnancy. Yeah. And I'm like, I like go back and forth, like literally like every week. It's like so I was going to get pregnant last summer, and then just life was just crazy. And I was like, I want to be in a really good space mentally to do this. And so I waited, and now it's getting close to summer again, because I wanted a spring, summer baby. Now it's getting closer again. I'm like, shit, it's here again. Yes. I'm like, am I ready to do this? I'm just going to wait till it feels like 100% right. But if I might do twins, I might not. I don't know. We'll see.
Necessity breeds invention. You'll kill it.
Yeah. Everything works out is what I realized in life in general. I feel like everything seems to work out. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I feel like that's just the way most people hear too. Like you just kind of figure it out as you go, and everything ends up working out in the end. So that's what happened to me with, being a single mom and all the things. It just worked. It worked out eventually. Yeah. And you don't realize it until you're in that new space. And you're like, wait, like everything has worked out. Like, awesome.
My story was being written intentionally that way.
Yeah, exactly. So
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing everything that's on the horizon with you. And we'll put the link and stuff so that everyone can check out Baby Mama. Yes. Do you have anything else like coming up that you want to share about, or?
I mean, there is something coming up, but I can't share it. So
stay tuned then.
We have a secret coming.
We will spill about it when we can.
Yeah,
you guys
will be chatting about it on the podcast.
We'll have to have you back when it's launched and everything's out in the open.
Yes, there'll be a lot of tea, so a lot to spill.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah,
amazing.
So fun.
Good. Yay. Are you going to do a pop culture moment today, Haley?
I do have a pop culture moment.
Amazing.
And I already shared it with Trace, but have you read the book Verity by Colleen Hoover?
No.
Oh.
You guys, I'm a nonfiction girl.
Okay, me too. But this was the first fiction I've read. Since high school.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's a
steamy,
wild ride.
Right?
It's a wild ride.
It's a wild ride.
Okay.
But it was Tracy's first fiction book that she's read since high school or something, and I recommended it. Anyway, she went on a whole journey. But it was just announced that they're making a Verity movie. Which is so exciting.
It is actually very exciting. I can't wait. Now you kind of have to read the book.
Yeah, you should read the book.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it on Audible.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I do most of my books.
Yes, me too. Totally.
And then every once in a while I'll get a physical book, and I feel like a lady, like an old lady with her tea.
Carrying her book around.
Rain. I'm like, I'm so proper.
Yeah, and then people read the title and they're like, oh, you're reading sex.
Yeah, again.
That happened to me because I was reading Verity, and I was out for a training, and I ordered room service to my hotel room. And he walked it in, delivered it to the desk, and the book was sitting there, and he's like, oh, do you often read these books, romance novels? And I was like, sir.
Excuse me.
I need you to leave.
Quite invasive. But I said, actually, no, I hardly ever read anything other than self-mastery books. And He's like, oh, my wife and I read those books together. That's really
together.
He was like, she's downstairs if you want us to come up.
Do you want me to? I'll just leave my card right here.
Like, so is this room service on the house?
We could come back up and do some more service.
Yeah.
We have other options available.
Other services.
And some add-ons.
Yeah. I'm dead. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I know, I'm like,
maybe you have to check it out, though.
Yeah, you should check it out.
I am a very nonfiction girly.
To me, it was like a whiplash of going from reading nonfiction to reading fiction. I'm like, holy shit, that took me on a whole like, am I traumatized? I think I'm traumatized.
Like,
am I also disturbed? Now I'm disturbed.
You're like sweating.
Yeah.
Reading a book.
I'm a little bit hot. I don't know
opening the windows.
I don't want to give any more details. You just have to read it.
Okay, maybe
I recommend that one for everyone just because it's so good.
And read it before the movie comes out. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to download it in my car right now. I have Audible.
I mean, you've probably got like a good year before the movie comes out. So like,
you got time. Yeah.
Hey,
start it today.
Get myself excited. I need a new audiobook. So I mean,
definitely read it.
I feel like now I'm in this like club of people who know what Verity is.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it's like a whole thing.
A whole fan club?
It's a whole thing. Yeah. People like, have you read Verity? I'm like, yes.
Like, let's talk about it.
What did you think?
Yeah, I have. I loved it. Not really, but.
Not really. I will never read it again.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No, I'm confused.
You have to read it.
Okay, I'll just have to read it to never read it again.
Yep,
okay.
exactly. You just have to go through it.
Okay.
But that's my only pop culture moment. Do you have anything for us, Trace?
No. I don't. The only pop culture I saw, I was watching music videos, and I was watching, something came up, it was on YouTube, Morgan Wallen and Post Malone singing at the Stagecoach. Did you see that? Of them like hollering there. I had some help song. Anyways, their song's coming out like in a week or two or something.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to jail or something because he threw a chair.
Yeah.
He needs to go to jail.
He did bail himself out, and then he went to Stagecoach.
Oh, he bailed himself out. Of course he did.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
he did.
He has the money to do it. I think if not, his fans would probably bail him out.
For a second?
Yeah.
He needs to sit for just a second.
He needs to relax and stop throwing chairs off roofs.
He did not relax. It didn't appear.
He didn't.
He was not relaxing. He would...
He's going hard before
he goes to jail. It seemed like they were quiet.
Fully smashed on
stage. Like,
just
have you seen it, the video, though?
I've seen, like, bits and pieces of people who were there, but I haven't, like, watched the thing.
I watched it's something on YouTube. It was, like, a full minute of them. I was like, this sounds... Honestly, like, it was fun to watch because it sounds like when you're at, like, a karaoke bar and people are just going wild. They were having so much fun.
I know the words.
But then you're like, wait, you guys sound like shit. This is really bad. But you're having so much fun, so it's fun to watch. But now I'm excited for their song to come out because I'm interested.
Yeah.
So I love both of them.
Yeah,
I don't love like that he threw a chair. I think that's kind of but
I don't love him as a person.
Things.
I don't know anything,
but his music is pretty good.
Yeah, his music's good.
I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't want to be best friends with him, but I do like his music. You know.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Like that cowgirl song, whatever.
Oh,
was it like "Long Live Cowgirls"?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yes,
that's a good
that
one.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, he does have good songs. I'll give him that. He's good at that.
Damn. And Post Malone, we're all obsessed with him. So
I love Posty.
Mm-hmm.
Still waiting to see him at a 7-Eleven, but
I know. Come on, he's
you guys were down here by him.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayci, for coming on. Where can everybody find you?
Okay, I'm on Instagram and TikTok as Mayci Neeley. Okay. That's MAYCINEELEY. I have to spell it out because I have a different spelled name.
We'll link it too.
Yes.
And where can we find more about Baby Mama?
It's babymama.co on Instagram, TikTok, and that's our website as well.
Amazing. And you do shipping all across the country?
All around the U.S. Eventually we'll go international, but we're U.S. for now.
Okay, we're mainly U.S. I think we're like 1% Canada. So sorry to our Canada girlies. Your time will come.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, amazing. Well, thanks for joining us this week, and we will see you next spill. Thanks for spilling with us on The Spill at Rise. If you loved what you heard, don't be shy. Hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop. And for all the juicy extras, follow us on Instagram for some behind-the-scenes goodness.
Oh, and did we mention we're also on YouTube? Yep, we're everywhere. See you next time, Spillers.